Start with purpose. Every successful day begins with a clear sense of purpose. Without it, we drift, reacting to the world instead of shaping it. Purpose is what turns routine into ritual, goals into commitments, and effort into energy. When you start your day with purpose, you anchor your mindset, direct your focus, and remind yourself why every moment counts. Think of purpose as your personal compass. It doesn't just tell you what to do, it tells you why it matters. Whether you're a student, a professional, an athlete, or an entrepreneur, waking up with a reason bigger than comfort or convenience gives your day momentum. It separates you from those who are just getting through the day and aligns you with those who are building their future brick by brick. Starting with purpose doesn't require dramatic gestures. It could be as simple as setting a clear intention. Today, I will stay focused and finish the work I've been avoiding. Or today, I will choose kindness in every interaction. Or today, I will take one step toward the goal that scares me the most. These small declarations set a tone, and over time, they create a mindset of intentional living. The most disciplined and fulfilled people don't rely on motivation, they rely on purpose. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you'll feel unstoppable. Other mornings you'll struggle to get out of bed. But purpose stays. Purpose pulls you forward when nothing else can. To find and start with purpose each day, ask yourself these 3 questions every morning. What matters most to me right now? This helps you prioritize. You can't do everything, but you can do what truly matters. What would make today a win? This creates a target. It might be completing a project, having a tough conversation, or simply staying present with your family. Who do I want to be today? This focuses on character. It's not just about what you do, but how you show up resilient, kind, focused, bold. Purpose also protects you from distractions. When you're clear about what matters, it's easier to say no to what doesn't. It helps you ignore the noise, stop comparing yourself to others, and stay true to your path. Even in the face of setbacks, purpose provides fuel. You may not win every battle, but when you're driven by a deeper why, you keep going. You bounce back faster. You don't quit because you know you're working towards something meaningful. So tomorrow when you wake up, don't just reach for your phone. Pause, breathe, think, decide who you want to be and what you want to accomplish. Let that clarity light a fire within you. Remember, the first win of every day isn't a result, it's a decision, and that decision is to live on purpose. Own your routine. If you want to win every day, you have to own your routine, not just follow one. A strong routine isn't just a schedule, it's a structure that supports your goals, your energy, and your mindset. It's a personal system that transforms daily actions into long-term success. When you build and take ownership of your routine, you're no longer at the mercy of external forces like distractions, emotions, or other people's demands. You take control. You turn chaos into clarity and unpredictability into consistency. Here's the truth. Your habits shape your future far more than your intentions do. You may have big dreams, but if your daily routine doesn't align with them, you're just hoping. Hope without a plan is a trap. But with the right routine, you're not just hoping, you're executing. To own your routine means to design it intentionally. You don't stumble into greatness. You create the environment for it to happen. Start by mastering your morning. The first hour of your day often sets the tone for everything that follows. Do you wake up and immediately scroll your phone, checking messages and news, or do you use that time to focus, plan, move your body, or feed your mind? Winners don't let their day begin in chaos. They begin with calm, clarity, and purpose. A productive morning doesn't have to be complicated. It could include waking up at the same time each day to stabilize your energy, stretching or exercising to wake your body and sharpen your mind, reading, journaling, or meditating to find focus, reviewing your priorities for the day next. Build a rhythm into your work or school routine. Break your time into focused blocks, eliminate distractions, protect your attention like it's gold, because it is. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Create the conditions where showing up becomes automatic. Then end your day with intention. Your evening routine is your opportunity to reset, wind down from the day, reflect on what went well, plan for tomorrow, and most importantly, Give yourself time to disconnect and recharge. But here's the key. A routine only becomes powerful when you take full ownership of it. That means adjusting it when it's not working. That means showing up even when you don't feel like it. That means holding yourself accountable, even when no one else is watching. Too often, people treat routines like cages, but when you own your routine, it becomes your launch pad. It gives you freedom, not just to work hard, but to work smart, to grow, to breathe, to rest, and to win. Success doesn't start with the big things. It starts with what you do between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., between dinner and sleep. That's where winners are made, not in spotlight moments, but in the quiet discipline of everyday life. So build your routine, refine it, and most of all own it, because if you own your routine, you own your results. Beat the inner critic. If there's one opponent you face every day, it's not the competition, it's the inner critic. That quiet voice in your head that whispers, "You're not good enough, why even try, or you'll never make it." It's the voice of doubt, fear, comparison, and hesitation. If you want to win every day, you must learn to recognize, challenge, and rise above that voice. The inner critic isn't just an occasional thought, it's often a pattern, a script we've rehearsed for years. Sometimes it sounds like self-doubt, other times it disguises itself as perfectionism, procrastination, or even sarcasm. But no matter the form, its mission is the same: to keep you small, silent, and stuck. Here's what you need to understand. Your inner critic isn't the truth. It's a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken and replaced. Step 1 is awareness. Start noticing when that voice shows up. Is it when you're about to take a risk? Speak up. Start something new. Usually it appears at the edge of growth, because growth is uncomfortable. The critic is trying to protect you from failure or rejection, but in doing so, it also protects you from success. Once you recognize the critic, don't try to fight it with brute force. Instead, talk back with facts. Replace emotion with evidence. For example, inner critic, "You always fail." Response, "No. I've faced challenges and learned. I've succeeded plenty of times, and I'm improving every day." Inner critic, "They're better than you." Response, "They're on their journey, I'm on mine. I focus on progress, not comparison." Inner critic, "You're not ready." Response, "Nobody is ever 100% ready. I grow by doing, not by waiting." Reframing your thoughts builds confidence. You're not ignoring reality. You're choosing a stronger, healthier reality that empowers action. Another powerful way to silence the inner critic is through action. Nothing quiets doubt like momentum. When you move, build, create, or speak despite fear, you prove to yourself that the voice in your head doesn't control you. You do. Also, surround yourself with voices that lift you up. Whether it's mentors, books, podcasts, or friends, positive reinforcement helps rewire your inner dialogue. Feed your mind with beliefs that fuel you. Remember this: confidence is not the absence of doubt. It's the decision to keep going anyway. Even the most successful people hear their inner critic. The difference is they don't let it win. The more you beat the inner critic, one choice, one step, one day at a time, the quieter it becomes. Over time, you'll replace it with a new voice, the inner coach, the one that says, "You've got this, keep going, you're growing." So the next time you hear that whisper of self-doubt, don't believe it. Stand up, speak back, and step forward, because every day you beat the critic, you win. Celebrate small victories. In a world obsessed with big wins, it's easy to overlook the little ones. But if you want to win every day, you must learn to celebrate small victories. These small wins may seem insignificant at first: a completed task, a healthy choice, a difficult conversation. But over time, they form the foundation of lasting success. Big achievements are built on the back of consistent, repeated, tiny triumphs. No one wakes up and runs a marathon without first running a mile. No business is built in a day. No transformation happens overnight. The people who rise to the top are the ones who learn to notice, value, and build upon every small step forward. Here's the truth: if you wait to celebrate only the big moments, graduations, promotions, awards, you'll spend most of your life feeling like you're falling short. That's because most of life isn't made up of highlight-reel moments. Most of life is lived in the everyday effort, the practice, the repetition, the decision to show up. Celebrating small victories does two powerful things. It builds momentum. When you acknowledge a win, no matter how small, you reinforce the behavior that created it. You're telling your brain, this matters, do more of this. That creates motivation, that builds confidence. And most importantly, it builds identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who takes action, someone who follows through, someone who's making progress. It cultivates gratitude. Instead of always chasing the next big thing, you start appreciating where you are. You start recognizing growth as it happens, and that sense of gratitude makes the journey more fulfilling and more sustainable. So, what does a small victory look like? It might be waking up early and resisting the urge to snooze, finishing that one task you've been avoiding, saying no to a distraction and staying focused, taking the first step on a new habit, completing a workout, or making a healthier meal choice, speaking up when it would have been easier to stay silent. Don't just move past these moments. Pause, acknowledge, appreciate, write them down, say them out loud, share them with a friend, reward yourself with a moment of pride. This is how confidence is built, not from external applause, but from internal recognition. Also, understand this: small victories aren't just stepping stones. They're proof that you're already winning, you're already making progress, and if you string enough of those wins together, day after day, you don't just get results, you become unstoppable. So today, don't wait for a reason to feel proud. Look back on the last 24 hours. What did you do well? What small battle did you win? Celebrate it. Let it fuel your next move. Because the journey to greatness isn't marked only by trophies or titles. It's marked by the daily decision to move forward, one small win at a time. Stay consistent, not perfect. Perfection is a myth. Consistency is power. If you want to win every day, and win over time, you must trade in the impossible pursuit of being perfect for the sustainable habit of being consistent. Because real success isn't about doing everything right once. It's about doing the right things over and over again. One of the biggest traps people fall into is thinking, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. This all or nothing mindset destroys momentum and confidence. It convinces you to skip the workout because you missed the first 10 minutes. It tells you to give up on the project because you made a mistake. It makes you feel like failure is final, but here's the truth: imperfect effort beats perfect intention every time. Consistency isn't about flawless execution, it's about showing up. It's about doing your best with what you have where you are, even when circumstances aren't ideal. Some days you'll have energy, clarity, and motivation. Other days you won't, but if you stay consistent, if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, you'll still move forward. Think of it like building a house. You don't place one perfect brick and expect a mansion. You lay brick after brick, day after day, and eventually the structure rises. That's how your dreams are built, one task, one action, one habit at a time. Being consistent also builds something deeper than just results. It builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through, even on a small commitment, you prove to yourself that you are reliable, that you can count on you. That builds real confidence, the kind that doesn't come from talent or luck, but from discipline and action. Here's how to stay consistent. Start small. Don't aim for massive change overnight. Build momentum with habits so small they're impossible to fail. Read one page. Do 5 push-ups. Write for 5 minutes. Progress is progress. Track your wins. Use a calendar, a journal, or an app to mark each day you show up. Seeing your streak grow keeps you motivated and honest. Give yourself grace. You will slip. You will miss days. That's normal. The goal is not perfection. It's to never quit. One bad day doesn't erase a month of progress. Create systems, not willpower. Make your environment work for you. Set reminders. Prepare your workspace. Remove distractions. Consistency becomes easier when you remove friction. Most importantly, redefine what a win looks like. A win doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. A win is doing something when it would have been easier to do nothing. That mindset shift can change your life. So don't wait until conditions are perfect. Don't chase flawless days. Chase consistent days. Stack enough of those, and the results will speak for themselves. Because in the end, it's not what you do once in a while that shapes your life. It's what you do every day. Reflect and improve. Winning every day isn't just about doing more, it's about doing better. That happens when you take time to reflect and improve. Reflection isn't a luxury, it's a tool for growth. Improvement doesn't happen by accident. It happens through awareness, intention, and action. In the rush of modern life, we often move from task to task, day to day, without ever stopping to ask the most important questions. What did I learn today? What worked? What didn't? What can I do differently tomorrow? These simple questions, asked regularly, have the power to transform your life. Reflection is the bridge between experience and wisdom. Without reflection, mistakes are repeated, growth is delayed, and effort becomes less effective. But when you pause to review your day, even for just 5 minutes, you gain insight, you see patterns, you identify wins worth repeating and habits worth changing. Start by creating a daily habit of reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Celebrate your effort and progress. Acknowledge the moments you showed up, pushed through, or stayed true to your values. What challenged me? Identify the obstacles that tested your patience, focus, or confidence. Awareness is the first step to overcoming them. What can I improve tomorrow? This is where growth lies, not in shame or regret, but in the decision to try again, with more wisdom and intention. Reflection also builds resilience. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, you start to see them as data. Feedback, not failure. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every delay becomes a chance to refocus. Every low point becomes part of the comeback story you're writing. But reflection alone isn't enough. You must also act on what you learn. Improvement comes from taking those insights and applying them. If you noticed that you lost focus halfway through your workday, try adjusting your schedule or environment. If you felt drained by a conversation or task, look into setting clearer boundaries or improving communication. Over time, this habit of daily review creates a powerful feedback loop. You try, you learn, you adjust, you grow, and the best part, you don't have to rely on giant breakthroughs. Tiny improvements made consistently compound into major transformation. Just like athletes study game tape and businesses study performance metrics, you need to study you. Because the more you understand your behavior, your mindset, and your energy, the better equipped you are to win. Not just today, but every day after. So take a few minutes each night, turn off the noise, grab a notebook or open a notes app, reflect honestly, improve intentionally. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. You're not just working hard, you're working smarter. You're not just living, you're evolving, because those who reflect don't just repeat the day, they refine it, and that's how you win, with awareness, with intention, and with consistent self-improvement.